here with Jeremy from ATOMOS, and now you guys introduced a revolutionary mobile recorder that added one really important factor, affordability, to the list. And now you guys are coming out with a completely new system that adds a ton of new features to that.
Yep. Yeah, so basically over the last year, everyone's support has been amazing, but it's driven us to provide even more solutions for people, because we solved some problems, and the people that saw those or experienced those problems liked our device. We got a lot of feedback from very happy customers about features that we should put into the product, and it's basically turned out pretty well. Where we basically put a capture card at the camera and then put a monitor on it. But then it's camera guys like you guys sitting here that are using the product, and you want more features than you had. Like you want focus peaking, zebra, false color, exposure settings. We now have included that. That's called smart monitoring, and that's in ATOMOS 3.0. So 3.0 goes on both Samurai and Ninja 2. So Ninja 2 adds output, so you get HDMI output, so you can come home and play your footage back onto a HDMI TV. Your big screen's finally going to get some good footage. This is 220 megabit ProRes directly from the sensor, or DNX, so it's going to be very good quality. We also have added on to Ninja 2 an 800 by 480 screen on a 4.3-inch monitor, which gives you very high resolution monitoring. And obviously that's important to have those smart monitor features that you can use that monitor effectively.
Our coverage of NAB 2012 is brought to you by Kessler, innovative tools for filmmakers. Lettuce Direct. It's better with lettuce. LettuceDirect.com. Next Lights. Get lit.
Basically, the Ninja 2 is a Samurai, just with HDMI on it. So you get all those wonderful features that the Samurai had. It's faster. Ninja 2 is now like 2-year-old design, so this is now a brand new design. It has all the continuous power capability, and it's an intuitive touchscreen. But there's a couple of really cool features in ATOMOS 3.0, which is, first of all, DNX gets added, finally. And I'm giving that away now, by the way. I'm sorry it took so long. We've been working on so much hardware, and the software took a bit longer, and we got to get approval with Avid, and it's been 6 months since we announced it. We don't like doing that, and we're going to endeavor not to do that again in the future. But as a thank you, it was $150 because Avid charges something for it, but we're going to give it away free. So both devices get Avid DNX for free, which is really nice. And the other thing that we've put in is smart control. Now, James Cameron came to us with his team about 8 months ago, and I'm smiling because it was a pretty cool project for us. And he says, I've got this really tight space I can't tell you anything, but the really tight space I need to be in. Your recorders are the smallest we can find, and they look like they're pretty cool. Could you do some could you do some controls for us that we could control it from a computer in a very tight environment and do individual recording, gang recording, or group recording? We said, no problem. And it took us a few months to do. And yeah, basically he used that on his dive, and so now my marketing is we go 4 miles down, and a weather balloon has used us to film as well, so we go 20,000 feet up. So anywhere you are in the stratosphere, then you should be able to, up to the stratosphere, sorry, then you should be able to use our products. The coolest feature that I think we've brought out this year is, we call it Smart Log. And it's weapons of smart production, hence the smart things. We just want to show that we're really trying to think about these things and complete workflows. What we have today is a metadata marking system that we developed with Apple that allows you to, while you're monitoring, have the cameraman let you know the good shot that he set up. He says, I think this is going to be a great shot, marks a favorite. As a cameraman favorite on while he's monitoring. So while he's recording, he can give you some feedback on what he saw. When you go into playback mode of the clips that have already been recorded, whether the cameraman did some marking or not, you have the playback mode of Smart Log, which then you go in, and you know how our devices work, scrubbing and frame by frame. In the playback mode, you can then mark your endpoint. You just hit favorite, you mark the endpoint, it inverts the button. Now your favorite is active, and then you find where you want your out point to be. Just like you do in your editor, but it's on the device. You can do it on the set. You can give the same footage to 5 different people and come back with 5 different types of favorites, so that the editor knows what's going on, and you don't have to have 20 people standing around the edit suite making decisions.
Absolutely. I can totally imagine everybody that's ever shot, especially a giant amount of footage, wanting to be able to just say, that's the one I like, those are the ones we don't like, and now you can actually do that.
Now you can do it. And you know, we believe that it's our operating system. It's the simplicity of our thought processes to solve the problems for our customers. And actually they're problems we see every day from customers going on sets. I've been on hundreds of sets now, and I can see the problems. And we've got 100 ideas on how to make your life easier. Converged products. There's a lot of things that I think people just haven't considered for a long time. You know, they've been like that for a long time, and it's like, well, that's the way you do it. Well, we're new to production. We're from post-production, so we're putting post-production features in production, as you can see we're doing, but we're learning a lot more about production. You know, they need monitoring features. They also need the ability to move footage around easily and to give it to multiple people. And we think we're offering a solution that does that pretty well.
Our coverage of NAB 2012 is brought to you by CINEVATE, tools for filmmakers and photographers. ZEISS, apparel for filmmakers. ZEISS, we make it visible.
Now, I know that your device is very flexible, like new cameras coming out like the FS700 with higher frame rates. Yep. Your device is supporting some of those higher frame rates.
Yeah, correct. Well, the limit for us is the read-write speed of the disc. So the faster disc you have, the higher the frame rate you can go. It looks like they've got up to like 200 frames a second is what the customers are telling. We don't have a camera to verify that. I've had 2 customers call me and that I'm quite friendly with and let me know that they have recorded it. So that's looking pretty good. And look, slow motion on those type of cameras, I mean, that's awesome. You know, for that 5-10 seconds, or you're not going to do the whole thing in slow motion, but it's nice effects to have in. It's like animation. You throw a bit of animation in.
And then the device that you're familiar with and you're comfortable with, you don't have to sacrifice that when switching to those higher frame rates.
No, you don't. And we want to make products for 80% of the market today. Right. That top 10% that want to record 4K, they actually already are on Reds and F3s and higher, even higher end Alexas and different things. We're giving it to the masses so that they can be recording the best quality they can for what they can distribute today. You can't record a 4K thing and then give it to a wedding girl, right? You know, and say, hey, watch that. On what? Play it back. On what? You need RAID arrays and 20 machines together to do that. So they can have that. We want to give real production and real people doing it more affordable products, like you said, and I'm glad you said that, because that was what we were trying to do. Include everything in the box, give you a solution so you can start. You can be a university student, you can be a 15-year-old high school student. Mum and Dad can buy you a $1,000 product, and that'll get cheaper over time, and you basically have an editing suite and production kit. All you need is a little camera.
Man, I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
We'll see you.
Stay tuned for more coverage fresh from the floor.